he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
This defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Okay, they'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here we go, set.
They'll set up to throw.
Open man is the rookie, Theo Johnson.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
A nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. He's got his guys a first down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Get up. Get up.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Throwing now is Daniels.
Pass incomplete.
Every now and then you hope some volleyball training actually comes into play as a defender. When a ball's tipped in the air, nice play by the defense, got a hand on it, but when it's in the air, it's up for grabs. And too many times in this league, we've seen great plays happen for an offense as a result of a ball tipped in the air. So what you really want to do is be that guy who comes off the back line and spikes it, knocks it to the ground. Don't let him have that opportunity.
And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
To the air goes Daniels.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Over the middle, that's the tight end Senate.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Check smash. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Flush to his right. And he coughed it up, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Rattler, 18 Rattler, go! Hurk! Right there, Hurk!
McDaniels looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Seibert's kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
The slot man in motion right.
Go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 35 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Here we go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Let's go. Rig alert. Go. Ready.
Running left is Tracy. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go. Set. Check out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Set. Let's
From
go.
the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
70 Timberwolf. Ready.
He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now it's Tracy. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. First down after first down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Hurry,
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Go.
Here's Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Ready. Buffalo 18. Check smash. Hut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
70. Street, 70 Rangers.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's caught downfield by Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants! Malik Neighbors, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-3. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now Daniels. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lane. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
79 Bronco. Ready.
Looking to throw. Daniels.
Eluding the pressure right. A good decision in the end. The pull it and run gets him 9 yards and a
18
first.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lion. Get up.
Back to throw. Daniels. He finds his man. Complete. It's Lane. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Daniels. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Set.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Ben Sinnott.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's got a man, complete.
Look at the big fella go.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Gano now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively.
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Cowboy 80. Set go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On the set.
2nd and 10.
Set.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Ready up. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Set.
Back to throw. Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 44. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. Hut.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Well, the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go now. Go.
Looking to throw. Daniels. They'll roll him out right. And
Incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Come on, set. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the 2nd half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Warrior 70 Rangers. Check go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. Shot. Shot alert. Shot alert. Unlock right. Unlock. Go.
On to give, it's Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second and 13. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down.
Panther Street. Panther Street. Set. Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Set go.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up first and goal. Right back to Tracy. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. Keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Giants have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll come up first and 10 here.
Let's go. Go, Rig. Go. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts in the middle of the field. That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
60 Bobcat, 60 Hut, hut.
To throw is Daniels. Over the middle, that's the tight end Senate. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Okay,
all
ready?
3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's first and 10.
Ready, ready?
Daniels looking to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
Shut up.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
On the ready. Set. Ready.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 9.
Ready, ready.
They'll go again with Tracy.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. 3rd and 4.
Let's go now.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Go! Ready?
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking so it's slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Baby, what you talking